So we're just gonna go back to we're gonna end up just going back to fucking all audio, no more video.
That would be amazing. Do you know how easy life would be if we just went back to all audio?
I mean, it's up to you, buddy. You can do that, but
You
then I don't get to
you
see your beautiful face.
you're the one pushing for the for the video,
Yeah, that was
and
way back when, and
yeah,
now that the fucking Zoom is fucking disappearing, it's like, eh.
it's the Skype.
But
It's
this,
the Skype.
yeah,
We
The Skype, yeah.
we tried the Zoom, but we only got $25 so far in the till for us to do Zoom. And thank you to Kevin for that, by the way.
Thank you,
Uh,
Kevin.
yes, major stud. Thank you for that. And he heard that the moment we said it, like the moment we put it out, within like 30-40 minutes of the show being out in the ethos, we got that. And he's like, I really want to support you guys. I really enjoy what you guys do. So here you go. And I was like, man, that
Appreciate that.
feels great. So
Yeah,
Kevin, and we're working on having Kevin on because he'd be an interesting guest to have
that'd be
on.
great. I'd love to
Yeah,
have him on.
and of course Frank, he listens to the show, and he works from home. I and he told me what he does, but I keep on forgetting. But like he has us on in the background, so he's always like, "Why don't you give me a shot?" And I keep on saying I do, but then me and you go on these long like breaks.
Long, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, not a fault of our own. We're just busy
Yeah.
people right now, and
Life happens.
yeah, and not to beat a dead horse, but we don't get paid for this. So, had everybody been, donating money and everything, I'd be like, David, we need to do this. People are counting on us, but
Yeah,
uh, yeah, that's few and far between. But things are looking up, uh,
yeah.
for sure. And because it's an all new drinks to words by David, what are you drinking today?
I am actually drinking the H2O. I'm trying to be good on Good Friday. That's a lie.
Yeah,
I'm just trying not to drink as much. I gotta cut back. So I'm doing the water.
oh wow. Okay. Good for you.
Yeah,
Do you have a
yeah.
new phone or something?
I do. I got a brand new phone.
You look fantastic on this video.
Right? I do look good. I look so much clearer. Like, oh look.
Yeah.
I updated I went from the S20 to the S25 Ultra.
Oh wow. So you
Got a
went
good.
yeah, so you went five generations ahead.
Yeah, I caught up. I
Oh yeah,
caught up
yeah.
for five generations. No, I mean I loved my old phone took care of what I needed to take care of, but then I got a crack in the screen and stuff, and I was just like, I need a new phone. Um, Luckily, with I got their new service, their new fucking whatever plan, and luckily one of the effects was I can get the phone and they like cover like $1,000 off the phone. So I was like,
Jeez.
fuck yeah, with a trade in. So I got this phone for cheap.
All right. All right. And as for me, I am doing beer. Root beer, that is.
I am such a I don't know. I'll do root beer, but I don't go out of my way for root beer. It's got to be like, oh, there's nothing else.
Because I've really cut back on my drinking and hardly ever do now. I chase root beer. That is one thing that I've been doing, and so I go to locations, to restaurants, and I'm very picky of like what root beer they have. I'm like, because usually it's Bart's, which I'm not, clowning or anything like that. I like Bart's, but if they have A&W, I'm like, ooh, A&W root beer. This is classy, classy place.
Is A&W a Coke product or a Pepsi product?
I think it's a Coke product.
Okay.
I want to say it's probably it's probably Coke. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a second.
Look at that.
Yeah, we'll look up on the interwebs or whatever. Um, but that leads me into. Now, I don't see. This is weird. Okay, I don't know if this is sports related, but it is.
Okay.
Okay, and that is, I love the Dodgers, right? Huge fan,
We all know.
and the Dodgers have this fantastic. Well, actually, sports in general. Have you been noticing that like they've tied food to wins or to like touchdowns or to whatever?
I see it more in basketball. Like if they get to 100 points, everybody gets a free taco or something. Is that
Yeah,
what you like with me? Okay.
exactly. And right now, the Dodgers have teamed up with Panda Express. And if the Dodgers win at home, that's the caveat, then you get an entree, two entrees, and a side for $6.60. It's like,
That, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, they're returning champions. I think they've already won like what 12 games or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really following the season. Uh, but can you imagine like every like you got 3 wins in a row? That I'm like, all right, I'm going to fucking Panda today. I'm going to Panda today. I'm going to and Panda's just like here. They're not giving it away for free, but so it's a good deal.
and here's what makes the deal even better. You have a week to redeem it. So what you do is you go on the app and you buy it, and then you tell them, I want to pick it up on Saturday. You don't have to do it that day or Sunday. You could put
Oh,
between a whole week. You don't have to get it that day on the app. And this has been game changing. So I've been on a Panda Express, like, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not because I like Panda Express, but now I'm becoming I'm
a
crushing on it.
fan. Yeah, 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 yeah,
But because it's literally across the street from my house. So
yeah.
it's like, okay, like before I would never walk there, never even, but now I'm like, all right, you guys figured me out. Now I'm down. And so I put like today, I go swimming and then I'm done about 9:30ish and they open at 10. So I always now put it at exactly 10 o'clock in the morning, right when they open. And I feel like a douchebag for doing that because it's right when they open and it's never ready at 10 a.m.
I'm
And,
sure, but like they just opened. We just opened. Give us a minute.
and I'm always cool with it. I'm like, hey, you guys just opened. I get it. But I hate being the first guy. And in their head, they're probably like, this motherfucker again. 10 a.m.
They
We
don't-
just opened. Because we at work we go through that where we open at like 11 and there's already a line, and we're just like, oh, that pressure, and I can't stand that pressure. But part of it is my fault because I'm like, well, if you say 10 a.m., I'm gonna put 10 a.m. I could put 10:15, but I'm coming straight from the from the pool, and I don't want to. I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to wait in my car for 15 minutes or whatever because I
yeah.
time it out perfectly where I'm only really waiting outside for like 2 minutes. But yeah, I've been dealing with that. So I love it. And this leads us into this was all a setup, by the way. Fortunes. Okay. Fortune
Okay.
cookies specifically. Do you believe in fortunes and all that stuff?
No. You like it, it's a nice thought. If you get something cool, you're like it's a nice thought. But no, I don't follow fortunes. Uh I don't look at my fucking horoscope and all that.
Okay, I think like the fortune is like Inception. Okay, where they're really just putting the thought in your brain, and your brain is choosing to accept this and making this fortune really emerge. That's what I think that is. But that's just me, and just kind of the way I think. So I brought some fortunes, and I think they're getting lazy with the writing. You tell me, okay?
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, and part of this is because of the Dodgers. So you could thank the Dodgers that I did homework.
Yeah. I would suggest though, I mean, do you get the same thing every time when you order?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. Okay.
Because of this, I've been spinning the Panda Express menu, and I'm like, let's try this. And I gotta say, they're known for their orange chicken, and their orange chicken it's okay. And then I'm like, oh, because I love beef and broccoli, but I always feel I'm getting skimped with the beef and broccoli.
Oh yeah, it's way more broccoli than beef.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like you,
Yeah.
like you Panda motherfuckers. But I love beef and broccoli. But today I got their teriyaki chicken.
I like the
Holy,
teriyaki chicken.
no one ever told me about their teriyaki chicken.
Yeah. Because orange chicken is like the staple, so everybody assumes you have to get that now. I always get teriyaki chicken.
Yes. And the pro
I
move
just
is I get half rice and half broccoli. And then I get the teriyaki
okay.
chicken. That's the pro move. See, this insight is why you come here, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Now you're going to start doing that. And
For the
like,
nuances.
exactly.
Yes.
Email us or slide in the DM to Drinks to Words By. Let us know how we changed your life just by that pro tip.
What is your go-to panda order?
And do you think they're skipping on the fortunes? Have you missed us, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah. Are, aren't you supposed to read like the fortune and then at the end you say in bed?
Okay, okay. First, no, okay. First, we'll read the fortune,
Okay.
and then we'll see if whether or not this fortune makes sense in bed.
In
Does
bed.
that make sense?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here's the first one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna change the. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna change the scene. All right. Okay. If you can befriend yourself, you'll never be lonely in bed.
In bed.
In bed. I am a friend of
that's
myself.
that that's that's very masturbating. Very masturbating right there.
I mean,
I'm gonna befriend myself in bed.
in bed. But do you think that is a fortune if you can befriend yourself?
That's not a fortune. That is not a fortune. That is just
Advice
fucking. It's advice.
at
It's
best.
yeah,
I'm not, I'm not looking for a cookie to be my therapist. Okay.
yeah. That's exactly. It's like it's a very non-suicidal fucking fortune cookie. Just love yourself. Just love yourself.
Oh man. Okay. The next one. There's four of these, so that was one. Your road to glory will be rocky but fulfilling. In bed.
In bed. Still kind of works. It still kind of works.
It does. The in bed theory totally works.
It
Totally.
totally works.
Yeah. I'm gonna read that one. Your road to glory will be rocky but fulfilling. Again, not really a fortune.
No,
It's
that's more fortune than the last one.
is it?
It's foretelling the future. Like you're gonna have your ups and downs, but it's gonna be great at the end.
Okay. All right. All right.
See, that's way more fortune than the other one.
Okay. Okay. Well, last two. Last two. Okay. Opportunity knocks every day. Be sure to answer it in bed.
And sometimes you don't get out of bed. Sometimes you just be like, all right, hey, I got an email. It's great.
But is this masturbating too? I don't
It's
know.
masturbating. I think they're all a little masturbating when it comes to in bed. I think we just created a new term, masturbating.
We'll put it on the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, oh, that'd be great.
So
There's a picture of us and masturbating
in bed, in bed.
in bed. In bed.
To be clear, 90% of all masturbation in bed, right? That you know.
I I don't know. I mean, some people shower masturbate. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that you start in the bed. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I would hope, and it's your own bed.
Or if not, I mean, good for you. I don't know.
Yeah, don't do that shit at work.
No.
No, don't do that shit at work.
So opportunity knocks every day. Be sure to answer it. Is that a fortune or is that
No, I mean it's still better than the first one. The first one was nothing. This one is it's giving you that's like foretelling that things do happen and things and just make sure that you're ready for it. So
last fortune? Last
okay.
fortune.
Did you set these up in order? Did you have a specific way you were going to read these?
Um,
Like, are you
no, I
saving the
did.
best for last? Oh no. Okay.
It just kind of turned out that way. Okay, the last one. Treat a friend to flowers in bed.
Wait. So treat a friend to flowers? That's not a fortune. That's not a fortune. That's just fucking like, hey, take care of your friend. I don't know what's the fortune of that. Like I gotta spend my money for my fortune. Not even flowers for yourself. The first one you love yourself. This one love somebody else.
And you can't even love them in bed because you can't, like you're in bed with your friend. I mean, you're obviously more than friends.
They're more than friends. Yeah.
So not a fortune.
Not a fortune.
Okay. Well, guys, I think we just started a new well, at least for the Dodgers till the end of the season, I'll be bringing some of these fortunes in and we'll be saying
And
whether to
new segment of the show.
yeah,
The cookie.
the fortune cookie. Too fortune or not too fortune, you know? And speaking of all that, I did I got what's that thing called? Like when you match with somebody on the dating app,
Oh,
I
okay.
matched with somebody and it was going pretty good. Okay, but I need your take on this, David. So
I'm like, the last person for you getting advice.
yeah, so here's what happened. We were going good, and then we were about 2 or 3 days within the app, and I'm like, okay, this is going good. I'm like, do you want to like move to like our numbers? You know, and because I think 2 or 3 days is a good time frame. In my head.
If you're having good conversation, yeah, I believe that's fair. Like you can't just jump in like, oh, we match, let's go to our phones. It's like, let's feel this out. I don't need you to have my info yet. But 2 3 days, if you guys are having like at least consistent type of conversation.
Right. And so what ended up happening is we moved to our phones. I was like, all right, this is going great. And then we talked for like really quick, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go play badminton. I'll I'll text you when I get back." And she put a smiley face and all that stuff, right? All the tellings of this is going good. I waited nothing that day. I'm like, okay, maybe she, you know, I don't know, maybe she just got busy and whatever.
Maybe she got
And
hurt playing badminton.
yeah,
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
or no, it wasn't badminton. It was pickleball. That's right. It was pickleball.
I was like, well, that too. I mean, you could roll an ankle. Fucking, I don't know. I haven't played pickleball.
Yeah, neither have I, but it's all the rage. So I was like, okay, maybe that happened. And so then I waited a day and I was like, fuck. I'm like, she hasn't texted me back. And I'm like, maybe she got kidnapped. Maybe something happened. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I love how you went this way. Not like she's busy. She's doing that. Maybe she got kidnapped. That's extreme.
Well, that's where my mind goes sometimes. Like, why wouldn't you like respond within 24 hours? Maybe
Yeah,
she's in the hospital. Maybe something happened. I don't know.
yeah. She's in a well. It's like,
Maybe the pickle went two ball on her. I don't know. Maybe a friend brought her flowers in bed. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe she realized she just needed to befriend herself so she can befriend you.
It writes itself. It writes itself.
Right. So,
So then I send her like with the following day. So 2 days, 48 hours, right? Send her another text. Hey, is everything okay? You know? I believe she ghosted me.
uh,
I believe she ghosted me. Or she could be dead. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping she's okay. But that was just the oddest occurrence. Like everything went so well, and then it just fizzled out. And I don't know if that's what app dating is now or what, but it's like, man, if it wasn't going that good, then why'd you give me your number? It was really crazy.
yeah, that's the kicker, right? That you made the effort to. It's like I don't know what the steps are in this online dating site. I've never done it, so but I would assume that's like step one. And if you've taken step one, that was good. I'm
Yeah,
assuming that's good. I don't know.
yeah, really odd.
Yeah. Well, if you ever hear from her, let me know. I would like to
Yeah,
know that she's not kidnapped.
I definitely will. I definitely will. I will let everybody know that this person is okay.
It's
Um,
okay. That's all we care about at this point. Now that you put those ideas in her head, like
um, well, moving along. Um, Over the week, I put out. Now, here's the thing. I went to go see Lionel Richie. Okay,
yes, I'm so
big
happy
news.
for you.
Thank you, thank you. Big news in my life. Lionel Richie, because people find it odd that I'm a fan of Lionel Richie, and I'm like, why? Like he writes amazing, and why aren't you a fan of Lionel Richie? I feel like
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I'm a Lionel Richie witness, Jehovah's Witness. Like, have you accepted
spreading the
Lionel
word
Richie
of
in your life? Yes,
spreading the word of Lionel, spreading the gospel.
exactly. And
Have you danced all night
long. You
long?
know,
Have you danced?
my personal like motto is like Fiesta Forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yes. Whatever.
Come on and sing my song. Which which by the way, I've been watching like interviews and stuff like that, with him because this show that I went to see him perform was out in the Vegas, and it was at the Wynn. Very intimate, venue, about 100 and or no, I'm sorry, uh, 1,200 people, 1,200 people. So any seat was an amazing seat. And literally, if I wanted to ask him a question, I could have just shouted it out, and not even shout, just been like, "Hey, what?" You know what I mean? Use my normal voice, and he would have heard it. Because so many
Yeah.
people were just like telling him stuff, and he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah," and like they were like even like farther back than me, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I wanted to ask him a bunch of questions, but I was like, I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Be that person. Yeah, I don't want to be the person that stops the show. For
Exactly,
me.
exactly. But I'm a good questioner, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I know I could have entertained everybody, but still, I was like, no, I paid to see this man.
Well, you have a podcast about it where you ask musical guests.
You know what? Because I walked in and like my brain just didn't even. I was just like, I can't believe I'm actually seeing Lionel Richie live. Like this, and then, but not only that, but like the venue was so small. I'm like, I can't believe like I'm like really close to Lionel. Like I just it was weird. It was weird. I was like, am I an obsessive fan? Maybe just a little bit.
It, maybe in the moments, maybe just in the moments.
Yeah. So I took now this is my personal policy when I go to a concert. Okay. Is I take maybe one or two tops, three pictures. That's it. One video. That's it. And then I just enjoy the concert. And I think because like I like so many people were on their phones. I know that's such a common theme these days in our lives, where everyone's on the
Yeah,
phone, everyone has to capture every moment. But I choose not to live that way. I choose to have a few boundaries, and I was able to really just enjoy that moment.
yeah. I'm the same way. Like, I don't get how you can just do this for fucking an hour or so. Just like you're not enjoying it. You're not really feeling it because you're just like so busy recording it. And I'm like, and then you're blocking everybody else behind you. That's a fucking annoyance. So I was just like, can you just watch the show? Just enjoy
Yeah,
it.
and it was so cool because he would do a song or two, and then he just start talking to us, telling stories and stuff. And I really, some people don't like that, but I love that stuff. You know what I mean? Because it made it feel so personal, so like intimate. And I was just like, man, I was like, it got so to the point where afterwards they were selling Lionel Richie candles, and I bought one. I had to.
Please tell me, please tell me it was a candle of a mold of his face from the video
I wish.
with the blind girl, with the
I
blind
wish.
girl,
Yeah.
his big fucking head.
Hello. Hello. Funny you should mention that, but I wish it was. No, this candle is amazing. It was like $35, the most I've ever spent on a candle. I mean, if I gotta go to a candle, you know what I mean? I'm going to like the 99 cent store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So by far, this is the most expensive candle I've ever purchased. But it smells of grapefruit, and I love it. It's I don't I didn't even know I needed grapefruit in my life. That smell, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. But funny you should mention that particular scene. In an interview that I saw of his recently, he was talking about that particular clay mold from that
Yeah.
video. Because people are like, what did you do with it? And he goes, I tossed it out. He's like, I got rid of it because he couldn't understand the features. Like they were just too pronounced and he couldn't look at it. Because he just didn't like it. He didn't like the way that they sculpted it. And he
Yeah.
goes, I wish I would have kept it. He's like, because that is probably one of the things I get asked about the most. And it's the probably the most valuable prop in the history of the world. But he tossed it. I was like,
Ugh.
what
I get it though. It was a very ugly sculpture,
was?
but she was blind. I mean,
I know.
like, what did you
No, I
want?
know. Yeah, she was blind. What do you?
What?
You saw the inner you.
Oh, I'm happy for you. How was your Vegas experience overall?
Okay, when you're not drinking, Vegas is boring. I'm just walking around like, fuck, there's alcohol everywhere. Everywhere.
Everywhere. Fucking like this is like what was the restaurant? I don't even know if it's there anymore. There used to be the Fab Burger. Like Fab Burger had a bar. It's like, what the fuck? That's awesome.
Yeah. And well, I was there. So this was going on the same time Coachella was happening. And for those that don't know, they stream Coachella live on YouTube. And I went with my brother and his wife, and they have a timeshare, which like that funny thing about timeshares where they're like, and it's been in the TV shows and stuff. They're like, oh my god, they're after us for a timeshare. You know, this actually timeshare was really nice. Like I almost fell into that timeshare hole, but I'm like, when am I ever going to use a timeshare? You
Yeah.
know, but my brother has one, and he got his. Like I was like, when did you get this? He's like, oh, I got this like 15, 20 years ago. So it's already like paid off in dividends for him for sure. This timeshare, but their TV now that was there had Chromecast on it, so you could project your phone to the TV, so you don't even have to watch what they're watching or any of the regular shows. You could just, so I was able to watch YouTube on this big TV. And so when we got there Friday, and then where did we went to go eat, and then we just went back home or went back to the timeshare. And from there, like it was like, because we got there about 4. By the time we checked in and everything, it was like 5. And then we went to dinner at 6. And then we got back like around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then it was just like, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go to a casino. I'm like, because I look, I don't want people to think I have money, but these tickets were a lot.
Yeah.
It's the most I've ever paid for a ticket. And at the moment that I paid for the ticket, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm paying dollars for that. But at the end of the show, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I would have paid more. I should have paid more.
I'd do it again.
I'm like, this poor man, he does not deserve to fly coach or business class. This man deserves a private jet. Take all my money, Lionel. So
That's why you bought
anyway,
the candle. That's
yeah,
why you bought the candle.
I'm like, this will get him. This will get him his private jet. Um, and so I was just watching Coachella. Uh,
Yeah.
at night went to bed, and then Saturday just woke up. We went to breakfast, and the thing is, my brother found. We've been looking online, and we're not eating on the strip or anything like that because I guess the buffets have died. COVID
Yeah.
buffets, so that it's not really a buffet town anymore. Um, Man, but I remember, man, it would be like $80 for a buffet. When I would go, but I mean, they fucking had everything, everything.
Yeah.
Those buffets were fucking legendary. That's when I know I'm gonna feel old. When I'm telling somebody young, like, you've never had a Las Vegas buffet before, you'll never know.
Yeah.
I ate ice cream at 10 in the morning for a buffet before. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten at or at a buffet, like that shouldn't have been, but you're like, well, it's here.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I always I've had a breakfast buffet, which I thought was great for Vegas because like that way you can carbo load early in the morning and then fucking you're good for the rest of the day as you're drinking. Um, I don't know. I was over buffets, and we went to. I was with who the hell was I with? I don't remember who the hell I was with. Um, we went to a buffet. I think it's the MGM, and I was like, did we just pay $60 for fucking crab legs? It's like we had to go get crab legs. Like you can't get crab legs anywhere else, but if it's in a buffet, it's like it's a must. And I'm like, it's just crab legs. I'd rather go get the fucking like prime rib. Like just people with bushels and like people are like waiting, like fucking. Have you seen that where there are people with their plates and just waiting, like just start grabbing fucking legs and shit, like, and then like they're all gone. And you're like, fuck, I gotta wait for another basket to come. It's fucking ridiculous.
Let us know your buffet story. Slide in the DM or email us logoutadrinkswordsby.com and get in contact with us some way. Let us
I'm actually gonna be in Vegas next month
go away. For what?
for work. I'm gonna be working EDC.
That's the electronic dance convention.
Yeah, Carnival. I think it's the Electric Dance Carnival. I think that's what it stands for. I don't know. I'm I'm getting paid,
Yeah.
but so I'll do my best to avoid buffets while I'm there.
Well, I mean, there's not really any there anymore. So,
I
um,
know the Win. I know the Win has one that everybody says is really good, but it's probably like 100 something bucks. I'm like, nah.
yeah. By the way, for a margarita, like a small little margarita, was $22.
Where at the hotel or in the
Hotel.
venue?
But well, in the venue, but it was in the hotel,
Yeah, that's what
and
they get you there. They get you. There's so many places to go drink cheap in Vegas. Like you can get your money's worth out of alcohol if you go to the right places. But if you start ordering from like the hotel bars, you're like, fuck, you're overpaying.
we were driving by, and this hotel in big letters, like $3 shots, $3 beers, and $3 something else. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, for $9, and I'm giving you 10 because I'm throwing a dollar tip in there. I'm like, I could not get wasted, but I could be pretty well good, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of the old Cove prices.
Yeah. The Cove's
20
getting
bucks
rich.
and I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Yeah, those were the days for sure. So we started going off strip, and we found this place called like Mr. Mama's for breakfast. Really good. Highly recommend it. And then before the show, I told my brother and his wife, I'm like, look, I'm like, we're gonna go eat before the show. I'm like, but I want steak. I'm like, this is a special occasion, and I want to get a good steak. And so we looked around, we found some places, but then my brother found one called Primal, which is again off strip, and it
I've
was
heard of it.
really good, really good. We walked in, and we're like, yes, we'd like a table. They're like, oh, our reservations are booked until 8:30, but by then it was like already late, and I'm like, well, let's just eat at the bar. And I don't mind eating at the bar. But my brother was like, "Oh, well, I really don't like eating. I want to sit at a table." And I'm like, "We have no choice." I'm like, "Like we go somewhere else." I'm like, we might miss Lionel Richie,
Yeah,
and so, but he enjoyed the place too. That was his only critique. But again, we didn't know that you had to make reservations,
yeah.
and so if I do go back, which this got me back into concert mode, and Janet Jackson's going to be there next month, and that's somebody that I haven't seen before. And I should have seen her when she was here, but I was just too busy. But I'm starting to like write my like, okay, I have to see these people moments that I'm doing. So I kind of already kind of know where to go um, for if I go back.
Next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there should be. My brother has an EV as well. He has a Rivian, and there's like two charging stations, very convenient, within an hour and a half of each other. And that was like the perfect spot because I'm like, oh man, I'm like, this is perfect. I can go, use the restroom, So even with an EV, it was really nice. And those EVs are fast. And
They
after
have very good takeoff. Yeah.
yeah, and then after being in one for a couple days, I jump into my car going home and I'm like, man, this thing has no kick. This has no, you know.
But it has a sunroof. No,
Yes. And my brother's does not have a sunroof. So
there you go.
yeah. So life is good. And that's kind of what I've been up to recently. Um my journey so far in this. When's the last time? It's been like a month since we've
Yeah, it's I want to say it's been over a month. I think we did our last show was in February, and then yeah, since then I've done two shows. I went to Texas for a week or for 5 days to do a festival. I go to Green Bay on Monday. Uh, so if anybody knows anywhere to eat in Green Bay, slide in the DMs, email us. I'd like to go. I always like, especially like in new places. I'm assuming that I have to, you know, fuck my stomach up and have some cheese curds. I'm like, there's probably like a poutine that or something. We're in Wisconsin. I gotta have cheese. I can do that for the first day, like cheese it up, but I can't do it for like show days. um, but here's something interesting. I think kind of going with the nostalgia of Lionel and Janet, there seems to be an actor who's making a bit of a comeback. Have you heard anything?
actor that's making a comeback. No.
Uh, so I just saw a thing. I thought I sent it to you. Maybe I missed you in the when I do my like send. Uh, Emilio Estevez.
What? The
They're
mighty
doing Young
Dutchman
Gun,
himself?
the Mighty Duck Man himself. Emilio. They're doing Young Guns 3.
Young Guns 3?
Yes, Young Guns 3.
Fuck. I mean, everyone's still alive, right?
Technically, he says, you never saw Billy the Kid die, and apparently they got Lou Diamond Phillips and Christian Slater coming back too.
Jeez. Is this real? Is this real?
I saw it, and he's like he's been out of the limelight for a while, and then he just showed up. Did you see they did the Breakfast Club panel, and he's like, "Oh, it's the first time he's back. Like we're not using a cardboard cutout of him. He's here." So I think he's making his little stint back into the realm of acting. And Young Guns 3, and he wants to push 4 and 5, but uh, he says that he let it slip that there might be another song from the great Bon Jovi himself,
JBJ?
JPJ.
Oh my God. Oh, dude, I loved that song. I loved it.
Yeah,
Blaze of Glory. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a great fucking movie song. It's a great theme song.
It is. One time, this guy that I know, we were doing karaoke night, and this guy that I know went up and he sang that song, and I was floored. I was like, "Oh my God!" Oh, I go, only you have the balls to sing that song. It's so fucking tough. It's just we were both like, "Yeah!" It was like such a man moment.
Yeah. Shot down the blaze of glory. Yeah. So yeah, something to look forward to in the coming years. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I was just like, it's fucking me the best of this. And then he's like, and I'm like, Young Gun 3? Are you kidding me? I'm like, yes. Apparently it's there it's all shot in Mexico. Like they escaped to Mexico and it's right before like the Mexican Revolution.
Wow,
So
I can't wait. Oh, but
I mean I'm down. I'm down. It's because it's not a reboot. They're not redoing Young Guns. It's just like, all right, fuck it. Let's see what they can do. I
could
want to
you
see these old fucks.
continuation, David.
Yeah, just do it. I'm down. I mean, it's been 30 years, but sure, why not? Why the fuck not? Because here's the thing: now you can rewatch one and two with your kids, and then boom, we're into three together. We don't know what's going on.
Sports.
Sports. Segue.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we've been talking about the Dodgers and Panda Express and food, but other than that, those delicious wins, we have a lot going on. Playoffs, NFL. I mean, not NFL, NBA and
NBA
NHL.
playoffs, NHL.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, I mean, they're just starting, so it's brand new. We'll see what happens. Everybody's picking the Thunder versus the Celtics. I'm against that, obviously. As a Cavs fan, I'm against those picks. Um, I would love for the Cavs to make it to the finals. I'm not saying we have to win it, but the way they've played all year, they deservedly so should be, you know. So we'll see. First year coach, everybody's playing at a high level together. They're very team oriented. So we'll see.
Um, Kings play in the NHL playoffs Monday. That's the first one. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna do. But I'm in it. Uh, did you watch the Masters? Some guy won. Some white guy won.
Some white guy won. Rory, is it? I
Yeah,
think
Rory.
did he? Yeah,
Yeah,
Rory. Sure. I don't follow the golf, sir. I don't follow the golf.
you know, it's
Uh,
funny. I had this conversation literally a day ago because, like, at the bar that I work at, I put on golf, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Why do you put on golf?" And I go, "Ah." I'm like, "There's a story to that." I'm like, "Look," I'm like, whether it's NBA, MLB, NHL, anything. I'm like, every sport, they have their times. It's usually at night, after 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe even 6 or 7. I'm like, but if you play golf and you put it on the golf channel, it's always on. Like even when I open up at 2 o'clock sometimes, I put it on the golf channel and sure enough, there's golf on. I go, so it's just something to watch. It's a sport to watch. I'm like, and no one's ever really offended by golf, you know? And I go,
yeah,
not only that, me and you, we don't really have to understand golf, but we'll watch a guy hit a ball, you know? And he
yeah,
goes, it makes sense. I'm like, yeah. So now if there's like nothing like on the weekends, because I have two TVs at my house in my living room. And one is for the big game, whatever that is, whether it's football or the Dodgers or the Kings, whatever. That's the main one. But the little one is for whatever else is on. So sometimes I'll watch soccer, and if that's not on, maybe there's like a race happening, and I'll put that on. So it's a second TV, and I'll just put on like another sport. And if there's nothing on, there's always a golf thing happening. So, I'd
yeah.
be not that I become a fan of it, but I just enjoy watching it. It's boring, and you know, it's something else to watch during a commercial break when the main sport that I'm watching isn't on.
Makes sense.
And speaking of which, WrestleMania is this week
WrestleMania is this weekend.
in Vegas.
Two. I laughed at it. I'm not laughing. I mean, it's surprising that it's gone to a 2 day event. Remember, it was just one day, and you'd pay. Now it's a 2 day event, and you know what? I don't follow wrestling as much as I used to, anywhere close to what I used to. I mean, I used to fucking religiously, um, but it's still entertaining. No matter what you say, it's still sports entertainment, and you have to give it credit for that.
One of the big things is, I guess, The Rock and John Cena are bad guys now.
Yeah, John Cena is a heel.
Yes. Yes, and I was just like, "Oh man, that's crazy." And so I'm curious to see, but I think even The Rock is a bad guy too,
Yeah,
right? And I'm like,
yeah.
"Man, that's so crazy that these guys are bad guys now." And I was like, and part of me is like, I gotta watch WrestleMania. I'm intrigued now, you know?
I mean, you can watch it on Peacock.
Yeah, if you have it for free, right?
Yeah, you're paying for Peacock, you can watch it for free. Not like back in the day, we had to convince our parents like it's just $25. Come on, I should have watched WrestleMania.
Why? It was like $60. It was fucking
Was
expensive.
it? I don't
Yeah, it
remember.
was fucking expensive as fuck, man.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right. I don't know what Arcade 25. I remember even for ECW, we came home. I think it was still like $40 to watch it, like 39.95.
Yeah.
It's always the 95. It's always the 95.
So it'll be interesting to see this year for WrestleMania what happens. But I mean, all over Vegas last week there was just posters and stuff all about WrestleMania. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. But I used to remember WrestleMania was like at least in like January or February, like I feel like late March because I know SummerSlam's obviously in the summer, and then
Yeah,
Royal Rumble is like in October, November, you know,
yeah.
and then like 2 months later is WrestleMania. But
I don't know. I mean, there's so many of those things now. Like it's like, all right, there's Survivor Series, and then like No Way Out or something. There's some bullshit like Hell in a Cell. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't followed it like I used to, so I'm late in the game. But who doesn't like John Cena as a heel? Nice little flip. Who's he fighting though? I think he's fighting Cody Rhodes, right?
is he?
I think he's fighting Cody Rhodes. I don't know. Fuck it, I'll watch it. I gotta pay for it. I gotta pay
Yeah,
for it. So fuck it.
yeah. Are you
Like,
are
how do
you
you? I'd rather watch that than fucking celebrate Easter.
I mean, it's gonna be an interesting Easter. I mean, eggs are fucking through the roof.
I'm saying they're people at this point they're just painting potatoes. There's fucking potatoes on.
Yeah. So, you know what's weird is I don't even know if my family's doing anything for Easter. No one's usually somebody would say, "Hey, come over to my place for Easter" or whatever. So I don't even know what I'm doing. Like if I'm even doing anything, or if it was up to me, I'd stay home. That's just me, just because everybody lives kind of far, and so I'm just kind of like, let me just stay at home. And speaking of staying at home, um, since the last time we spoke, I now am a proud owner of a washer dryer that is installed in my home. So I don't know if that was happening before or what.
It was in the works. I know that we saw each other since then, and I was aware of it. But yes, it has been an ongoing struggle for you to get a washer and dryer in your home.
And it's finally here. And I'm ecstatic and happy. And that got me to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I need to spruce up my house just a little bit more. And so I got another chair for it. Not for chair for me, it's for a chair for somebody else. Because I have my chair. But
Yeah,
I got the Magnavox chair. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Do you remember that do you remember Magnavox? It was like a I think it was like a tape company or a speaker company.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a picture of a guy just sitting on this square chair, and he's just sitting, and the sound of music is blasting him, and his hair is like flying. I got
And
that chair.
the cup of water, fucking
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
chair that he's sitting on, not that chair, not the chair that was used, but they sell those types of chairs, and I finally got one, you know? And,
Nice.
yeah, and I was like, "The Magnavox chair, I must have it."
I literally thought you got like Magnavox. I didn't know they do chairs now.
No, they should. And so, I feel super cool, and I got this through Facebook. This Facebook marketplace is what a fucking rabbit hole. Okay, it is because I was using OfferUp, and OfferUp was kind of like it's so glitchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like I don't know, but and then I don't know how it happened. I saw this marketplace. I'm like, what is this fucking for real? And I like clicked on it, and now I just use. I don't even use Facebook for Facebook. I just use it for marketplace, and I'm just like, what do I need now? And I just keep
yeah.
on looking. I'm like, oh, it's on marketplace. I wonder if somebody's selling this, And I've just been like, oh, maybe I should get this. Maybe. And by the way, the chairs that I've been looking at, like $300 for a chair, and I'm like, who the fuck would pay $300 for a fucking chair? This is ridiculous. And I hate being the low baller because that's what I've turned into. Like, I'll give you,
The haggler.
and it's always $60 for me. I'm like, I don't, whatever the price is, I'm like, I'll give you $60. That seems to be like my like, I can pay $60 for that, sure.
Yeah. But no more. But no more.
Have you been doing the Facebook Marketplace?
I've done it. I've looked. I've looked through it. It does have a lot. You can go down a rabbit hole, but then you like you reach out and then they don't reach back to you. It's like, why are you on? Why are you even on here?
Are you even for real?
Are you even for
Did you
real?
go
Yeah.
play, did you go play pickleball? Never returned.
I never came back.
Is it me you're looking for?
It's,
Yeah,
it's just maybe that pickleball hit her in the head. She's in a coma right now. That's what's
I
going.
know. I know.
And that's it for sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our sports segment. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Last call for topics. Um,
Um, I have you seen the monkey?
what? Say or the monkey?
The movie The Monkey. No,
No, no.
no. It is a horror comedy that and it's very gore. It's very fucking 80s gore. I recommend it. I was very entertained by like just the fucking sheer. It was very Evil Dead type of fucking blood and gore. So if you can enjoy that, then you would enjoy The Monkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic of kind of like TV shows, movies, I was able to see um what TV show was it? The Studio. That's on the Apple Plus,
Yeah.
and that's
With
with
Seth Rogen,
Seth
right?
Rogen. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hmm.
It's pretty good. Seth
I
Rogen
saw
being
the
Seth Rogen.
yeah. I saw the first episode. I haven't delved further back because I have other stuff that I want to watch before I kind of binge into that. But yeah, it's
Yes.
it was entertaining. I think it's well written.
Yeah. The Pit. Was it you that told me about the Pit?
Yeah,
Wow, fantastic,
right.
fantastic.
It's good.
It's good, and like it was weird because I binged it until the last two episodes. That's when I finally got caught up, and so I had to wait each week for the last two episodes. And but even binging it, I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like, I almost did the entire shift. you know, I was like, "Fuck!" I mean, I bitch and complain about 8 hours on my feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, "Fuck!" These guys are doing what, like 15 hours? Fuck.
dude. That scene and spoiler, guys. I don't give a fuck. That scene where he broke down. That was like, man, that one got me. And the sister and the little girl.
Yeah.
I was, I was like, oh god.
When they're going in through that mass casualty, and then that girl's fucking anklet bracelet goes off, and then they're
Yeah,
arresting her. I'm like, I didn't know how to feel about that. I'm like, well, I get it, but I mean, I'm like at the same time, I'm like, I was so conflicted with that. I'm like, well, she's an idiot. I get it, but she shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, what do you do? Like, I got to save a life. It's either like that. It was like the cops who were like being jerks, and then like the guy's like, give her a day. That's all I say. Give her a day. Give her a
Figure
day.
it out tomorrow.
Yeah, figure it out tomorrow. We just went through some fucking. We went through the shit right now. Give her a day.
Which I think was totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
I'm trying to
but
think
yeah, I
what
enjoyed
other
it.
yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've been watching. Obviously, I started The Last of Us, the new season.
I
Uh,
haven't started it yet.
it's really good. Uh, I'm trying to I saw finished Severance. That's okay. It's an okay show. It's
Hmm.
just really strange and weird, and I'm fine with that. And but I wasn't like this, like, oh my god, you have to watch Severance. I was like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of people bring it up, but nobody's like it's the must see. Everybody just brings it up. Um, I just got back into Tulsa King, the season two. I've waited a long time, so I'm gonna try to binge Tulsa King and get through that one because I like that. I like that show.
White Lotus just finished. I saw that, and I saw that because I saw the first season, and then I saw the second season, and the second season had Aubrey Plaza, so I was like, well, I have to watch it. And then the third season, I'm like, well, it's just, like, have you ever saw something you're only watching it because you're like, well, I've been watching all of it, so I'm
Yeah,
kind of tied to this type
yeah.
thing. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Um, I really like that guy Walter Goggins, who plays like all these different characters and stuff like that, and to see him as this guy was interesting because I really like him in what's that? Righteous Gemstones. He's
I haven't started that. I haven't watched that. I heard it's good.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's in Fallout.
Yeah, yeah. And I in Righteous Gemstone he plays Billy Bobby, and oh my god, he's fantastic as it. That's the only reason why I watched it. After he showed up, I'm like, I like this guy. Like, I'll watch.
He's done a
But
lot of TV. Like he does a lot of TV. It's just now I think that he's getting his flowers for it.
where they give it to him by a friend in bed. Isn't it weird how all these fortunes are
Run
done?
it all together. Run it all back together.
Maybe they do know what they're doing. Maybe Panda Express does know what they're doing. I don't know.
Like, I mean, I just want to know who's writing these. Like, who's coming up with these shit? Is this all just AI? Befriend yourself.
Imagine. I want a real person writing all these weird fucking fortunes.
Yeah.
Um okay, one of the last things then we'll wrap up. Um I was at a gas station, and a car with the same exact vehicle pulled up right next to me. And I went to go get gas, and then I came out, and there was this girl just checking out my car, and she had the same car too. And then we just start like just talking about the cars. We're like, oh my god, you have an HHR, you have an HHR. Oh yeah, what features does yours have? What features does it was so hilarious. And she was checking out my rims. She's like, man, those are cool rims. I'm like, I got them for $40. And she's like, no way. I'm like, but your rims are real chrome. I'm like, this is fucking plastic. And she's like, what? And it was just like a real genuine moment of two people that like their cars, just talking about how much we like our cars. She's like, all right, bye. And then she like gets it and then left out of my life. And then I was like, fuck, I should have asked her for her number. But we were just too busy just
Yeah.
talking about our
Was,
cars.
was she freaking out about the sunroof?
She loved it. She loved it. I'm like, this is aftermarket. I paid to put this in. I was bragging.
All the while people are trying to wait in line to get gas. Like, move, motherfuckers.
Oh man, but it was just such a genuine moment, you know. And I enjoy weird shit like that happens in my life.
Yeah,
Um,
this is
yeah.
shit.
And lastly, we're gonna leave out. I got some bar etiquette too.
Ooh, we haven't touched on these for a while.
Yes. Um. Okay. So, one of them is if you okay, and you let me know if this is bar etiquette or not. Okay. If you see someone get sloshed, hammered, the next day or the next time you see him at the bar, do you say, "Man, the last time I saw you, you were absolutely fucking hammered"?
No, I wouldn't say it like that. I might start off with like, "Hey, are you okay? I was worried about you," or "You were on a good one." I'd say it like that. I wouldn't just call somebody out. It's
Yeah,
it's. I feel it's improper to just like, "You were fucking trash." They're like, "Nah."
that happened to me at the bar. Some guy was not to me, but some other guy was talking to other guys like, "Man, the last time I saw you, you were fucking hammered." I was like, "Oh my god!" Just like I was like, "Nobody needs to know this."
Yeah, it's between you and I. Between you and I.
Just like fuck, airing this man's dirty laundry out in public. I was like, "Oh my god!" And yeah, so yeah, I think just like how David said it. You know what I mean? Those are right words to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there's ways of like jabbing without fucking throwing it out there. Like, yeah, all right. I mean, if they didn't piss themselves, they're fine.
yeah. And the last thing about bar etiquette is, and this should be a no brainer. Okay, is you do not watch porn at a bar.
No, uh, no. Did I see that before? I've seen it. At least they were scrolling through shit, but I didn't see they weren't actually playing it. You came across somebody who's actually playing porn?
I got pulled aside to watch porn with this guy, and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa!" He's like, "No," he's like, "You could," he's like, "Check this out." What is it called? He's like, "This is called nugget porn," and I'm like, "What? Like somebody's eating chicken nuggets or something?" He's like, "No." He goes, "Look," he's like, "These is people that don't have limbs, and they're having sex," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, check it out," and I'm like, "Look,"
Yeah.
I'm like, first and foremost, I'm happy that these people are having sex. I with limbs can't even have sex, but these people without limbs are fucking going to town. Kudos. Kudos to them. Okay. I'm like, dude, we don't need to be seeing this. You know, but he was so proud of it, you know?
No, no. Here's the thing. It's like, don't take me down your depravity line. Don't take me down. This reminds me of Two Girls, One Cup. Remember when that shit was happening? Everybody was like, "You have to watch it." Like, no, I don't have to watch it. And I was working with somebody at FedEx, and they're like, "You have to watch." I go, "No." It's like, "Yes, you have to watch." I go, "No, You're not bringing me down with you. Just because you watched it, you want to like just be not the only person, so you don't feel as bad." No, I don't need to watch it. But I'm not gonna lie, nugget porn sounds hilarious. Just the
Now you guys
term
know about it. Go search it if you want. But again, don't try to bring people in, especially at a bar. I was like,
at a
dude, there's
bar.
people around. I'm like, there are people around. And he's just showing it off. Look, it's Nugget. And I'm like, no, no.
Nugget porn.
And I didn't know how to feel. I'm like, why am I always the guy that gets pulled in for fucking shit? Is it because people are very comfortable with me or what? You know?
I don't know. Better you than me. It's like I don't need to watch nugget porn.
And
It's like,
lastly, involving a bar, a friend of mine told me a story about a guy she went out with, and he tried to keep up with her, and he ended up throwing up. And this is the thing, okay? And maybe this is bar etiquette, but maybe this is more bar etiquette if you're on a date. Don't try to impress anybody by trying to outdrink them
yeah.
or any of that. Like, there's no need for that. Have a cocktail, have 2 at the most, but you're not there to show the other person that you like to get fucked up. Let them discover that out later on in life, you know? But not
Yeah, this
like
is not first. This is not first date etiquette. That is
yeah,
totally like no, not a first date.
ex exactly, exactly, and then like, yes, I know people will find it crazy, but some girls can outdrink some guys, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And you lo and behold, you're gonna find one every now and then, and you got to let them do you. Don't try to keep up with anybody. Keep up with yourself. That's it. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was interesting. The guy felt. I talked to the guy later because I know them both, and the guy felt really bad. And I was just like, dude, you just gotta take this as a learning lesson and not do that. Don't try to just like just take it as a learning lesson.
Yeah.
But he was pretty sad about it. I was like, man, I was like, poor guy, I'm like, just don't do that. Like, just
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
uh any last topics you want to discuss before we jet out?
No, no. I'm good. It's good to get back into it.
Yeah, yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Real quick, some commercials. We are on Venmo, and we've only raised $25. Um, please help us get more money. Um, we've been looking into other avenues of, as you know, Skype. The thing that we use is closing. Right now, actually, we're on a different platform system that I uncovered, and this is the difference between me and David. David, I love you, but David's like, he's like, we have until till May to figure this out. But me, I'm like, no, 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 no. I have until May to try to fucking figure this out. Like that doesn't mean I'm waiting until May to figure this out. That means I need to figure this out by May. And thanks to David, because last night I was like, I think I found something. I need you. I need we need to do something, you know. And yesterday and today, because of that, we were able to now do this without our old method. And I will say this, and maybe this is a fortune. I don't know, but sometimes when things happen, like Skype, you know going down, it makes you venture off into something else, something that you weren't quite familiar with. I especially was not familiar with all these other platforms and stuff like that are around, but it made me go and learn. And because of that, I mean, like, now we could still continue on the program. So I don't know if that's a fortune or not, but I don't even know how to put that as a fortune. But
Uh, it was the rocky road for us to try to find the venue, and then we
oh
we
my
came on the
god,
other side. Yeah,
all
see.
these fucking fortunes are good. This is crazy.
it
This is crazy. These four fortunes.
worked as it worked out. I'm telling you.
Um, guys, thank you so much. Log on to drinkstowardsby.com. Okay. There is a contact button. There you can contact us, email us. You can check out our IG. We do post on Instagram every now and then, and slide in the DM. We do read DMs from there if we ever get them. Lately, we've just been getting people just sending us memes and like funny videos, which is great. You know what I mean? And thank you for that. But we would really love to read a letter or something. You
So,
know,
we want the real you.
yes, exactly. We want the real you for that. And our Venmo again is drinks towards by at drinks towards by on Venmo. For more information, log on to drinkstowardsby.com for more information. Um, man, what are we at now? We're at final cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Final cheers.
Final cheers. What are we cheersing to today, David? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Final cheers. Uh, it's a little late, but we haven't done the show. Uh, I don't know how many of you guys go to the Cove that often, or ever went to the Cove. There was a gentleman, officially, who was a big part of the Cove, who's a big part of anybody who ever went there. Um, he passed away, and I haven't been able. We haven't done a show, so that I can give him his final cheers. But cheers to Kuko. You'll be missed, my friend.
And definitely, I'm just gonna jump on that cheers. This is definitely for Kuko. It was, I mean, that was the first time me and David actually physically saw each other in
In quite some time.
quite some time, and the only person that could do that would be Kuko. Ironically, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He could bring people together, and
he really could.
that was totally him. So definitely, cheers. My cheers goes out to him too.
Cheers, man.
Well, guys, I hate to leave on a somber note, but you know, um,
Gotta pay our respects. Gotta pay our respects.
you definitely do. And thank you for tuning in. Uh, we will try to get another show in a couple weeks, maybe next month. By May,
We can do
by
it
May.
next month. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it'll be sometime in May. I'm gone. Like I said, I'm gone all next week. I don't get back till the following like Sunday. So
yeah. So we'll try to get another show in and try to get more consistent. It's been an odd year. You know what I mean? There's been a lot going on, and um, things are happening. But
yeah,
we really do appreciate you coming in, tuning in, watching us, whether it's on YouTube or listening to us on Spotify or any of the other streaming platforms that we are available on. Make sure to log on to drinkstowardsby.com for all that other information. So that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Drinks Towards by David. Kick them out.
all right, everybody. Enjoy. Thank you for listening. Go get a fortune cookie.
You're out of here. Later.
Bye.